Hi friends, welcome back to the Daily Grace channel. My name is Katie and we are so glad that you're here today. Today we are talking about sharing your faith with others. If you want to step into evangelizing more but feel unsure how to do it, this is the video for you. As Christians, we have an unshakable hope because of the gospel, but often we can feel afraid or uncertain about how to even share that good news with others. So today we are focusing on 5 simple ways that you can begin to share your faith. These steps are all pulled from the Daily Grace Coast Evangelism Guide called Sharing Our Faith, which we will dive into more later. But first, let's jump into these steps. Step number 1 is to pray. Before you share, as you share, after you share, you must pray. Remember that God is the one who saves. As you seek to share the gospel, you should begin by praying for opportunities, boldness, and clarity as you do so. Step number 2 is to love. We should share the gospel out of love for God and others. We're not trying to trick people into following Jesus. Instead, we are to truly love those around us, expressing genuine interest in their lives. A foundation of friendship, love, and trust can make all the difference when sharing your faith with someone. Step number 3 is to observe. Ask good questions and become a conversationalist. Observe what is important to others and what they value. Make people feel loved and heard with surface-level topics so that they trust you when you bridge into deeper conversation. Step number 4 is to initiate spiritual conversations. Use questions to transition into spiritual conversation and be prepared to share the gospel with them. Also remember that you do not have to have all the answers to every single question. Share what you know and be willing to admit what you don't know. The goal is to engage in spiritual conversations personally and simply. And the final step, step number 5, is to ask for a response. After you have shared spiritual truth, it is important to hear what the other person thinks. Ask things like, what do you think about that? And if they're not ready to respond to the gospel, be patient and continue to pray and to initiate conversation with them as time goes on. And those are just a few ways that you can begin to evangelize to others. Now, if this takes time to work up to all 5 steps, do not be discouraged. Growing relationships and building trust is a huge foundation for sharing your faith and it being received well. And if you need time to do that, that is okay. Our hope is that this roadmap will serve you and show you that evangelizing to others really can be simple. And if you're looking for more help on getting started with sharing your faith, you can dive deeper into these 5 steps and so many other areas of evangelism in our resource, Sharing Our Faith. This 5-week study will help you better understand what the gospel is, along with discussing common objectives to the gospel and giving tips on how you can share the gospel with friends who are in various life stages. There's even a space to practice articulating your testimony in preparation for sharing it with others. We will have this resource linked in the description box below if you're interested. That is all we have for you today, friends. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you again next time.